Carl Sagan, who was kind of a mainstream man in so many ways, he wrote this book, The Dragons of Eden, about the reptilian connection to humanity and human genetics, and he says in there, was the effect to understand the human's reptilian characteristics is to understand so much about human behavior. Quite right. It's in the DNA, the hard drive, which has been put in there. Now, one of the hardest things that people have to understand, and I completely appreciate it, is this idea of shape-shifting. Now, it's an ancient thing in terms of accounts all over the world, not just shape-shifting between human and reptilian, but shape-shifting between human and many different forms, animal forms, etc. And people perceive it, because we're so locked into this reality is real, as like a physical, solid human body transforming into a solid reptilian body and then back again. Because I've spoken to people all over the world, in vast numbers now, who have seen this phenomenon of seeing someone, a human, suddenly transform into a reptilian figure and then come back again. And the ancient accounts talk about the same thing. And people think, hey, it's impossible, mate. How could a body change into another body? I mean, the person would die, wouldn't they? Well, that's not what's happening. As we talked about in the first half, the only place that the physical reptilian form and the physical human form exist is in here, when their energetic form is decoded into a holographic, apparently physical form. So when something's shape-shifting, it shifts in the decoding mechanism by which we decode different energy fields. It's literally like changing a television channel. You've got the human field, which is obscuring the reptilian field, because they hide behind the human field, so we don't know what the hell's going on. And if I'm observing the human field, that's the prime field that I'm decoding, I will see a human. But if this becomes the prime field, suddenly, for whatever reason, I'm now decoding the reptilian field, the reptilian energy field. What is happening in my decoding system in my mind is I'm seeing a human physical form, reptilian physical form, human physical. Did you see that? The bloke's just changed into a bloody lizard. So it's in the decoding that shapeshifting takes place, because there is no physical form out there. It's in here. That's where it all goes on. And this movement of energy fields is where we get confused, and it's where the decoding mechanism makes us think that very strange things are going on. This is that they created hybrid bloodlines specifically to be the middlemen and women. They can take over the ancient world as the dead gods. You are the source of all the dreams.
Listen, violence on the screen has gone too far for me. I'm fed up with it. Filmmakers like George Romero and John